And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Oakland Athletics taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming at you right after the break.
Black clouds follow my shadow, feeding off all my sins.
So almost ready to get underway, and on the hill here today, Jesus Luzardo.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Ryan Noda.
The first baseman, Ryan Noda.
The pitch. And takes low for ball one. The wind to kick the pitch. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
And he deals. And a foul ball. The pitch. Got him. And there's one down. Zach Geloff now at the plate. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. 2 down. Head time now to check out the A's lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. We'll go to the bottom of the first, 0-0. Back here with my pal Siggy, and towing the slab here, number 38. What's the word on him?
Well, this guy's got sort of a tweener, not quite a slider velocity and not as slow as a curve. It's in between, and he adds and subtracts velocity on it, which makes it harder for the hitters to really get that front foot down and have the timing they need to be successful.
And at the plate for Miami, Luis Arias. The pitch. And there's the strike.
0-1's the count.
And a pitch. Good eye right there. And it's strike 2. In the air out towards right center. On the move. He's got it. And there's one down.
Batting second.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing. Otherwise, you'll be really frustrated after this one.
Tim Anderson at the plate and takes high there. Next offering is down low. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Man at second with one away. And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. Just missed.
Ball one, no strike.
Anderson leads off second with one gone in the inning. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Ball one strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Next one just misses. The count now 2-2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Here's a big power threat. Jake Berger. And that's in for a strike. And 2 now as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Way
1
high.
ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2.
3.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. No score. New inning getting started. And now Seth Brown. Brown in his 4th year batting in the cleanup spot. Usually in left, but today he's starting in right field. Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, the big play, in my opinion, from right field is that throw from right field to third base. Longest one in the game, and you got to have a pretty strong arm. Hopefully he can play that one hop nicely if he has an opportunity to throw out a runner.
Next pitch, not close, up high. And now the lefty. Swing and a miss.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
To the right side. Finds its way through, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Now it's J.D. Davis. And that one fouled off. No score here in the second. Swing and a ball popped up. Arise. Sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Aledmus Diaz.
And it's Aledmus Diaz. In for a strike. 0-1.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
And he dodges that fastball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Man at first, one away. In the air, right field. And he makes the catch.
Batting seventh, the catcher, Shea.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. And a good eye there.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And a pitch. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the changeup. One left for Oakland. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Here comes a pitch. Fly ball down the line. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make a pay. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Ryan De La Cruz getting ready to hit. And that one fouled off. Chisholm at third with nobody out. High fly ball out to left field. Diaz moves under it. Makes the grab. Runner tags for home. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Jesus Sanchez stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. John Birdie.
This is a tough task. Coming in cold off the bench and in the middle of an at-bat, man, you're just never anticipating that.
Just missed. Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all.
That's a ball.
That one just misses.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws to first in time.
Batting eighth, the designated hitter,
Abisail Garcia up to the plate.
Garcia.
And the first offering is not close. He swings and fouls one off. And here it comes. And another ball. Fastball for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Yeah, there's a ball. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Brings it in, and that will end the inning. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. It's the Marlins 1 and the A's nothing. Staying in the game on defense, John Birdie. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter. And stepping in is the speedy Esteury Ruiz.
Esteury Ruiz.
As the lefty gets to work. And a foul ball. And the lefty with the 0-1. Ripped to third and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Nick Allen. There's a strike. The Athletics trailing by a run. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Yeah, he doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Ball 1 there. In the air, left field, down the line. Fielding for the wall, makes the catch and foul ground.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Noda, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball still 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Left-hand batter waits. Up the middle, and that chance handled. And he's safe at first.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
Man at first, Zach Geloff. Up next for the A's. Ball 1, no strikes. 2 outs. And
That's
another
ball
ball.
Well, he's so great
Two
about
balls,
hitting the ball
no
the other
strike.
way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Ball 3.
That one misses. 3
I got
balls,
3-0.
no strikes. Brent Rooker in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Three-two, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And here's a 3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Brent Rooker up next for the A's. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
There's a swing and a
No
miss.
balls, 2 strikes.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Out towards right center field. Birdie gets under it. Brings it in. And that's the 3rd out. A's strand a couple. They trail here 1-0. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Nick Fortes. The pitch. Into center. Ruiz drifts towards it. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
The batter, number 3, second baseman.
Back to the top of the Miami order. Luis Ariz stands in. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. And that one pulled foul. The 0-2. Ground ball right side. And he takes it
Got him.
himself for the out.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Tim Anderson.
Here's Tim Anderson. Doubled his first time up. Foul ball. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Oh, 2 now. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Brown tracks it down for the out.
Let's go. I'm from that city you heard about. When you hit up, then the word's out. Your time is up, this your 3rd out. Plus we got hitters on deck, bet you word now. We gon' pull up.
Back here in Miami, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Seth Brown.
Brown.
Luzardo back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. And a big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That
ball,
one misses.
2 strikes.
Now 1-2. In the air, right field. That gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The third baseman, number 5.
Now it's J.D. Davis. 0 for 1 so far. There's a strike.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
That one ripped. Squeezes it.
Now batting, left fielder,
Aledmus Diaz now.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Right through there for a strike. Brown at first, 1 gone. Ground ball could be 2. Over to second for 1. And that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Marlins 1 and the A's nothing. Back here at Lone Depot Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Josh Bell. The pitch. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
And a swing and a miss there.
0-2.
Got him looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Well, it's just a great job of playing catch with the catcher. Exactly where the catcher set up is where he threw that pitch, and probably fooled the umpire a little bit because there was no budge at all.
Jake Berger, the next to hit. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Ripped to short. Slings to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Miami, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. Outside. At the belt and fires. Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
And foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
2 down, nobody on. And another ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
This one in the air. Settles underneath it. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Marlins, but they lead it 1-0. And we're back, ready now for the 5th inning. And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. And a pitch. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Swing and a miss. even close there. Now 1-2. That one missed. 2-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Kicks and fires. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Bell hauls it in, and there's one away.
The center fielder, number 1,
Esteury Ruiz will hit next. Ruiz measures 6 feet even, 25 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. One down, base is empty. Sent down on strikes. Froze him with the heater at the knees.
Oh, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat off the shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
At the plate, Nick Allen. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Two down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Out to short, Anderson. Now the throw to first on the run, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. A's go quickly and quietly there. They're down 1-0.
Concentrate in my balance, give life a better chance. I'm too involved in God, not television. According.
And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the left fielder, Brian De La Cruz. Pitch. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Slapped foul. Kicks and deals. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Well, it definitely didn't come out of his hand the way that he was intending it to, and the release point was a little bit off as well.
Birdie now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Nobody out, runner at first. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Diving, it gets down. Could be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay, safe.
Well done, drives in the run. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now here's the Marlins DH, Avisail Garcia. Up and in, ball 1. The pitch. That's smashed towards center. Ruiz puts it away. Runner tagging from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly, and they're up by 3.
Sometimes that can be a little tough to score on. It was hit so hard that getting back to the bag, the tag, takes a little bit of time by the time that outfielder catches it, but a really good job of getting that run in from third.
Fortes
one, no
at the
strike.
plate for the second time as he takes ball 1. Wouldn't
that's
chase
off the
that
plate.
time. And now the lefty out there to center. Under it. And makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
The batter, number 3. Second baseman.
So the batting order turns over. Luis Arias digs in now. Late swing, foul to the left. They say you win.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Two outs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's just foul. Ripped on a line to center. Ruiz makes the catch, inning over. They put 2 on the board, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. We're through 5. It's the Marlins 3 and the A's nothing. All set for the top of the 6th. Digging in for Oakland, Ryan Noda.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
The wind to the pitch. Splits the plate. Strike 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Fastball for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Now the number 2 hitter, Zach Geloff. And downstairs. One out, bases empty. Right down to shoot, and the count 1-1.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Next pitch is outside. Just missed. One down, base is empty. And that one hammered. That's back there. That one hops against the fence. Geloff into second, and he's got a double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like you did right there.
Brent Rooker up next for the A's. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Geloff over at second, one down. Hard on the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 15, Seth Brown.
So here's Brown at the plate.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
2 outs and a runner at third. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Brown checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And that's a swing according to umpire Matthew Ross. Outside low. 2-1.
Got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Marlins 3 and the A's nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 69.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Tim Anderson, 1 for 2.
Anderson.
And a pitch. That's down and in. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Kyle Muller, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. And the righty deals. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Ruiz makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, first baseman.
Here's Josh Bell, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. In the air, right field, sizes this one up. Nabs it, 2 down.
The batter, the third baseman, Jake.
Down the third baseman, Jake Berger.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center, and it's into the gap. Makes the turn and heads for second. He's in there.
He was all over that one. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
So man aboard, and at the plate for Miami, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swings through that one out in front that time. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Marlins leave 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Top of inning number 7. Here's the third baseman, J.D. Davis. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Anthony Bender.
Number 37, Anthony Bender.
line of the pitch. And the slider just misses. Next offering is in for a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
And there's a ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Got him swinging.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
Diaz in the box again, takes a strike. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
This to center field, and it drops in. So a man aboard now with one away.
When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Langoliers, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame. All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Here's a 1-2. Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. Swings through it for the K. Slider got him for strike three.
They had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Next up for the A's, Yuri Ruiz. Bounce to the right, the rise. In plenty of time to first, and that is that. The A's strand one, still down 3-0. Back here in Miami, bottom of the seventh. Here's the left fielder, Brian De La Cruz. The right-hander back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And that's down and away. And that one is lifted in the air. Brown makes the grab. One up, one down.
The right fielder, number 5.
John Birdie at the plate. Check swing went around, and that is strike one.
0-1.
Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging on to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
The designated hitter.
Avisail Garcia, the next up for the Marlins. That one finds the corner. Strike one. In the air, out towards left center. Diaz makes the grab, and that's the inning. Ready to begin the 8th. Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Nick Allen. Bender back to work.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
The shortstop takes the ball. And there's a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive. fights it off. He'll see another.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Moving under it. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Ryan Noda. 1 for 3. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The wind and the pitch. And that one is inside. The Marlins leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 8th. Righty delivers. And another ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. Digging in for Oakland, Zach Geloff. Breaking ball inside. Ball 1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Gets it to first, and that is that. And 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They trail it here 3-0. On to the bottom of the 8th, and here's the catcher, Nick Fortes. The wide to kick the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Wow.
0-1
That's not even close to the zone.
Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now for the Marlins, Luis Arias. Upstairs. Liner, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
This one high in the air to left center. Diaz moves under it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Josh Bell.
Josh Bell at the plate now. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Rips one to right. And it stays fair. The rise. Round second on his way to third. And he's got a double.
You got to pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Stepping in, Jake Berger. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Two on, 2 outs. And a foul ball. The 1-1. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first, and that ends the inning. Marlins strand a pair, but they lead at 3-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park, we go to the 9th. Now it's the DH. Brent Rooker. Time called as the pitching coach makes a visit to the mound. One reliever still getting loose out in the pen. New pitcher for the Marlins, Tanner Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Not close with that one, and it's a ball and a strike. Wouldn't chase that time. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Here comes a pitch. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Brown stands in now and watches strike 1. And he takes a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
One down, base is empty. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
And he deals. That misses the zone. Going to count 1-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe trying to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Davis, the next to hit, takes outside. And that's a little bit high. Now 2-0. The pitch. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. The A's trailing by 3 here at the top of the ninth. Next offering is in for a strike. Good job to fight that one off. The Athletics down to their final strike. And another ball. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Ball game.
This is just a nice win. 3-0 ball game. You feel comfortable about the 3 runs that you scored, but you also know that if you're not careful, a bloop, a base hit, and a home run ties everything up. But it was great pitching. Timely hitting really made the difference.
The shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Everybody, let's get with the fly move. Still got good on the front wheel, back wheel. Listen to the knob and hit a little.